everyone, welcome to Remarkable Boutique Hotels, where we talk about outstanding experiences and everything that leads to them. We hear about digital marketing basically everywhere around us, and YouTube, Instagram, Google algorithms. But how does the algorithm for word of mouth marketing look? Is there any step-by-step technical solution? Let's discover. Marketing is something you can't skip. You're doing it even when you're not doing it. It existed even before it was called marketing. And that is, of course, word of mouth marketing, or in other words, people talking to other people about your hotel. Spreading hopefully good words, but same happens to bad stories. And this type of marketing is still the most influential today. There's an expression that bad story travels further than a good one. And that is because we as humans are driven by fear and urge to help someone avoid bad experience. And it's common for us to run faster when running away from something, like some danger or unpleasant experience, lost time and money, rather than running towards something that might be rewarding and worth experiencing. The underlying principle is that people would rather not lose what they already have than gain more of something. Security rather than risk, right? And this is quite relevant to this topic because word of mouth marketing and turning someone into your brand ambassador involves human psychology. So already first intake here is to try harder to decrease occurrence of any extremely bad experiences, even really isolated cases and obvious negligence for guests, because these impressions will travel a long way and will put in shadow all the good work. It will harm your business silently without you noticing. Why? Well, because let's say really nice guests, potentially your ideal guests, just observe and decide they're not loud. If they see risk of losing their time and money and being disappointed, they simply decide not to come. And if you put oil on fire, like when you answer a bad review in a way that's confronting a guest, fighting back, giving explanations, or God forbid, being sarcastic, even if it's a good joke, this will turn down even people who clearly see the guest who wrote review is wrong. Anyways, it's still your responsibility to take ownership of the situation, have compassion, and investigate. And this is beyond logic, but it's them protecting themselves. So if you could ask them, they won't tell you that's the reason for not coming, but one bad review and your bad response will make them choose your competitor. Why risk that? Funny thing, they will probably skip reading reviews for that other hotel so in depth like they did for yours, because they don't want to see the same thing and have to decide again. So make sure your guests are at least kind of happy. Make sure they feel like they got a fair deal for their money. This is not what's going to differentiate you and bring you more profit, but that will make you trustworthy and safe option for the beginning. And you achieve this by standardization, by practicing all of the processes, designing services in detail and training your team regularly, doing cause-effect analysis, listening to the feedback, and so on. Basically, building a good foundation and being present with changes and then recommitting to your business model. This is all how you make sure big mistakes don't happen. Now, there is another thing, and that is kind of outside part of this inner structural business work, and that is building your social image. Don't simply delegate that work to anyone, because they may increase your sales, but how? By communicating something you can't deliver? And that doesn't even mean you are not good enough. It's just them marketing something that might be a trend, but not really your hotel style. But for you, it's just a quick way to make some money with long-term damage. That way, you will not attract your ideal guests. Instead, you'll begin fulfilling unreasonable requests from guests who came because of that marketing. All that will reflect in your inner processes, making them look bad and not suitable, and you'll definitely end up with not so good reviews as well. It's like a chain reaction with lots of frustration on both sides, like yours and guests. And most importantly, it will give you wrong insights because you're dealing with wrong part of market. So make sure you and anyone working for you communicate outside what is inside. Okay, so now when you are far from those bad stories, let's go towards spreading good words, like really good words. When you have your true ideal guests visiting you and deciding to come back, you really want them to be your best marketing, because they'll bring more of the same kind of guests. So the thing that is the most important is to focus on creating great experiences, which you're probably thinking you're already doing like all of the time, but we're not talking about your effort. This is about guests feeling, seeing, and living the value of that effort throughout their whole stay, but also before they come and after they leave. So we're not talking about fair experience anymore, like value for money. Now it's all about outstanding experiences, over-delivering and surprising your guests. This is when they will feel like they've got more than they paid for and expected. That's the point where economic relationship ends and deeper, more meaningful one starts, and you become like their special place for something. When people experience such heightened feelings, they take great pleasure in telling everyone about it, like to their family and friends, and that is when they become your ambassadors. They are influencers. We are all influencers for our trusted circles, and when it happens online, it all of a sudden becomes very much scalable. What that means is that you can start building a relationship even before someone becomes your first-time guest. In this context, loyalty doesn't start when a guest, books for a second time. It starts online when they hear about you from someone else's experience. They feel desire to stay with you. They have the same amazing experience someone else is sharing. The practical influence is that the next time they're planning a vacation, some getaway or whatever, they will first look for your property instead of searching for hotels in general on the sites. So you're already in their head. They connect a great experience with you, and that means they're already loyal in a way. And if you're wondering how it's different from hiring professional influencers, the profile of potential guests is what is different. Your ideal guest will be easy to handle and even stun versus followers who want to be in trend, gain some social status and don't really care for your hotel, but won't even notice your efforts. So an outstanding experience of one real ideal guest overflows to another guest. they will be more likely to choose you and already happy with their choice, because in a way it's already validated by someone they truly trust, they see no risk, so they'll probably even skip reading reviews. Now, the thing is, these people will definitely have high expectations of you, but this doesn't have to be bad. This also means they're coming with positive attitude. And as long as you're communicating realistic expectations through marketing, branding, including all copy and visuals, you are creating realistic environment. So they will know what to expect in general, and anything above and beyond that will lead to outstanding service. Funny thing, which is really nice, is they will tend to see something as a big gesture even when it's not. And that's because they're expecting it, they're excited, right? And they also want to be the ones experiencing that great service someone told them about, so they can say they experienced it too, they were part of it. It's again about psychology. They're saying people like us do things like this. So I'm saying it might even be really easy to stun them. But in order to do this right, have your foundation stable and working well, meaning you still need to make sure everyone in your team is well trained and regularly refreshes knowledge and really understands standards, but also hotels' values and concept. Besides that, you need to make sure all systems are up to date and serve their purpose. And this is something we mentioned at the beginning on how to avoid bad experiences, and as you can see, like it's prerequisite for outstanding experiences. So you can't skip steps. It's very connected. Listen, people are still people. You can have amazing articles written about you, the most expensive ads, or be leader in some official statistics. But real people's stories are what engages other people the most, and this enables you to grow organically with long-term effect, such as having ideal guests who are happy and easy to handle. This then enables you smooth execution, less stress, time to enhance inner system and create better offer and creative ways to be even better and more irresistible, all including your overall value, good reputation, and profits eventually. Come on, it's the biggest leverage you can have for your boutique hotel. Use it, utilize it then. Make people tell stories about you now, like right now. I think that would be all for today. Until next occasion, have a beautiful experiences, my friends. Thank you for listening. Here at Remarkable Boutique Hotels, we want your hotel to be worth every penny and every second of your guests. Schedule a discovery call to find more about our remarkable methodology, which is unique in the whole hospitality industry. I would love to hear your hotel story. See you there.